Hey, 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 great day, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our Thursday edition. So I'm trying to like get everything going and try to get us situated. So work with me on this on today. Work with me on today because I'm working and playing with the system a little bit to try to see what I can do. So what I'm doing today is we're going to be talking today, and we're going to be investing in ourselves today. Many of you have been participating in the program, but today I wanted to do something a little bit different. For those of you that are watching that are new, I want to remind you that I am Dr. Marrian Sister Efua of Exponential Existence. Our company is a personal development and self mastery program that is purposefully designed to show you how to experience the six life structures that give you a seat in life, a seat in life that is filled with holistic prosperity. And that's because we're focusing. We're focusing and we're diving deeper beyond the surface to understand the true foundation and the real code that is innately within inside of us that allows us to grow and expand. So tonight's conversation is going to be called Let's Chat. I'm going to be taking your questions. You can ask me things. You can send me a message. If you have not already, you want to go over to Facebook possibly or go over to YouTube so you can be able to get your questions answered immediately. Or you can just set up a time, listen in tonight, and go ahead and set up a time by which you can come by and spend some time with me. So here's what I want to talk about first and foremost. I want to talk about the fact that we're approaching the month of June. And if you've been in business or if you've not been in business, I'm going to tell you that that means we're already exiting into the third quarter of the year, the third fiscal quarter of the year. Fiscal meaning finances, fiscal meaning money. So if you are interested in making sure that you make some money, if you're interested in making sure that you have more clarity, if you're interested in making sure you can get the questions answers without having to have the roundabout way and spend it, this is the best way. I learned this from my mentor. I paid a lot more than what I charge, but I will tell you that taking the information and breaking it down and getting us back into a loop has really supported me in being able to grow my business. It helped me almost literally it did. It 10x again from where I was at already. And it gave me a different level of confidence because there were questions that were being answered and I was being exposed to certain things that allowed me the opportunity to feel more aware, more in control. I didn't feel like I was asking a quote unquote dumb question. I didn't feel as if I was, you know, lacking the skills or the talent. But so many of us are doing that. And even if you're on your job, I often tell people you should be a part of the mentor program, even if you just want to work your job. So if you're here with me, let me know you're here with me so that I can give you the proper greetings. But welcome to everyone that is watching all over. Thank you so much for being here. But one of the things I want you to think about as we're talking tonight, I want you to really think about what do you want to do between now and December? What is it you want to do between now and December? Why do we use the fiscal calendar? Because we know that in the new year, around January 15th, they're going to open up for us to do taxes. And let me tell you something, your greatest liability and your greatest thing you should be trying to reduce at all costs are your taxes. Not necessarily as from your income, then you're making your check to make your check bigger, but also how to make that amount of tax you owe back to the government be less. That's your greatest liability, your taxes. Because the more taxes you pay, right, it means you're making money. And so if you're making money, you want to be able to hold on to more of that money so that you can do more things that you want to do, that your life purpose is about, so that you can handle more and expand more and leave a greater imprint and impact. Remember, it's not about the splash, it's about the ripples. What's going to happen after you take action? And I know, we got all this stuff going on politically. We had all these holidays going on. We had the trials. We had all type of things going on. There were great distractions for us. But my point to you is, when can we take the position that we're going to keep going forward? So if you're in this program with me, or if you're watching tonight because you were invited by a guest, you're a guest of someone else, welcome to you. Everything here is not designed for me to upsell you. You already know. You can see you already got the email that welcomed you, and it told you that at the end of the night, if you want to join, you can join for a 3-month period with me, or you can join for a year period with me. Either way, we're going to be walking you through the modules. The first module is going to work on you, because without you, you don't have a business. Without you, you can't get that promotion. Without you, you can't become a conscientious investor. So that's the first module. We're going to start talking about what the business structure looks like. What are you actually going to do? Why are you doing it? What is the purpose of it? Who is it going to support? Who is it going to help? Who needs it and where are they at? We're going to go through all those steps, but not just in the broad sense, but we're also going to look at it very intensely about how you can actually do that. Once I began to drill down, that's how I was able to 10x my company. Not once, but twice. That's how I was able to get into groups and get into networking opportunities that were allowing me the fortitude to make my pitch, to be able to make my sales calls in a way that gave me a different level of confidence. We're going to talk about that in module 3. How do you get the money? Show me the money. Because talk means nothing if your business is not bringing about revenue and a profit. And profits I teach are not just financial profits, what you can spend, but profits are also found in relationships that can refer, or relationships that can build you a reputation or put you in a position to get who you need to get to. That's a profit. You don't always have to have a money exchange to have a profit. Your profit could be, I can tell you that 3 years ago when I sat in a room and I spent my $797 to be in that room, and then I spent another $1,000 for the hotel. Yeah, I want to tell you that, right? Stay at the hotel where the event is happening. You never know who's going to be on the rooftop, who's going to be on the bar. You never know what's going to happen. So tonight I just want to kind of talk to y'all about where you're going. Many of you want to open up a business, a brick and mortar business. Go for the brick and mortar business. But when you're going for the brick and mortar business, make sure you're putting things in place that's going to help you maintain that brick and mortar business. And that's what we learn in module 4. Module 5, we're going to be talking about how do we make it all work? How do you build your relationships? How do you advertise? How do you market? We're going to have people coming in talking about that, looking at your finances personally. If you got poor money management habits, you're going to have poor business money management habits. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to work on all that. But the mentorship program is to give you a little bit of insight and access to some of the people, places, and the things that I do. So with that being said, if you want to, at the end, you can sign up. You can go to make an appointment. We can have a conversation. That's why I'm placing that there, because I don't want to be distracted by that. So I put it out there. So it's not a sucker punch. But tonight is really for those persons who are in the group. I want to talk about something called the relationships category. We're talking about the Fab Five. Today, I put about the Fab Five in the group. The Fab Five are those people that you can depend upon that are going to, one, hold you accountable. The Fab Five is going to be able to support you in building relationships. Your Fab Five is going to be able to support you in identifying resources. Your Fab Five is going to be able to also be that bridge that you need sometimes, that bounce off partner, right? That ride or die person that we all need, right? And it's going to take you somewhere. And your Fab Five is going to keep you focused. Your Fab Five should not be saying, hey, let's go take the yacht out today and let's just have fun. But then you never come back. You're gone for a week and you needed to get that contract or that proposal, or you need to create that program, or you need to create that product or market it. Your Fab Five is to support everything you're doing. They're your go-to people. They're just like our fingers on our hand. It's great to have a palm, but if you don't have fingers to hold on what you're grabbing, it's difficult. So keep that in mind today. Their Fab Five becomes very essential to you. Who are your Fab Five? And if those of you that believe that, hey, she's not going to deal with me as a mentor or my coach, I can't tell them everything, then why do you have a mentor or a coach? If your coach is the only one benefiting from your relationships, if your mentor is the only one benefiting from your relationship, then that's not the place for you to be. I instill with my clients that I need you to hold me accountable for what I promise you. This is the third quarter we're going into in a couple of weeks, and we want to be prepared for that. So what questions, what are you experiencing that you need to get some support in? Well, that Fab Five is going to help you. The Fab Five may have the name of an accountant. The Fab Five may have an opportunity for you to go and meet some people that you're actually wanting to meet. Your Fab Five may be able to find something, a resource for you. Your Fab Five would be the one you call when you feel like you have missed the opportunity. So when you're tapping into this Fab Five, you should be in the center, and then they should be supporting you, and vice versa. It's a rewarding and reciprocating relationship, which is one of the things that we foster and we support ourselves on doing. It's fostering, rewarding, and reciprocating relationships. No more one-way relationships like a vending machine. No, we're going to be having conversations. We're going to be engaging. We're going to be holding ourselves accountable, building some things, and ensuring ourselves that we want something more, because there is more. There's more than what you have right now. You just haven't had the opportunity to go. So possibly you have this great idea, you have this great product, you have this great skill, this great knowledge, these great abilities. And as a result, you're not sure what to do. But one of your Fab Five should be able to give you some type of support in that. It shouldn't be a displacement or distraction. It should be an enhancement and a guidance to your next level. Right. So when you're talking about your business, why we get very specific and use very specific language that is unique for you and your growth. And if you have a business, your business growth. You can go and work a job, make a lot of money, but if you're not progressing and growing, you're just waiting around for the next raise. But if you become more interactive, if you have somebody mentoring you in that particular job, if you have some resources that are giving you insights on the trends and the pattern, if you're studying that company, and you should be doing the same thing for your own company. You should be doing the same thing for your own life, for your own relationships, for your own money. Anything you can do for anyone else, you should be putting that back into yourself. Before I got on this call, somebody asked me, how do they develop an abundant mindset? And I said, it begins with you making the decision that you are abundant. Decision, I am abundant. Now I accept the fact and I respect the fact that I've made that decision. Then I stay committed to the decision that I made and the acceptance that I have that I'm abundant. Once I take the decision, I respect it, I have a commitment, I can begin to become that which I am. So my conversations are not going to say I don't have money. My conversations are not going to say there's no opportunity for me to grow. There's nothing available for me. There's no one here for me. That's not abundant talk. So then you're going to look out for people, resources, conversations, videos, books, events that reinforce that you're abundant. And being abundant is not just about money. We said that briefly earlier. Profits are not always monetary, just like abundance is not always material. Sometimes your abundance is in your network of people that you deal with. Your abundance is in your ability to be resourceful or identify resources that you need to get you to the next level. Abundance mindsets means you go from being limited to one line of words to having the whole universal dictionary in your mind accessible for you. This is why I like to do mentorship. Let's cut through all the fluff and give you the real deal. Your Fab Five applies to you personally. It applies to you professionally. It applies to your having optimal physical health. It applies to you having your spirituality. It applies to you being able to have rewarding and reciprocating relationships. It applies to your emotional, mental world. You got to have a Fab Five for each of those 6 life structures that allow you to have a seat in life. Some of us have gotten distracted because the weather is getting good. We've gotten distracted because people are telling you to get this shot and people are opening up businesses. And we're getting distracted from the whole purpose of us wanting the place to open back up. We're getting distracted because it's, people are getting sums of money and resources and PPP money and things like that for your business. EIRDRL money and other sources. And that's all good. But how do you take that and funnel it down so that you can have the benefit of it? I tell you, you prioritize. And you have your Fab Five on each of those life structures that allows you to manage out your business, to manage out your finances, to manage out your skills, your education, your career, to manage out your rewarding and reciprocating relationships personally, socially, and familiarly, meaning your family and your friends. How do you have the Fab Five that's going to keep you in task? What are you doing for your emotional, mental stability? Who is your Fab Five? Can you list them out? It may seem like I'm having you do a lot. So really, you end up with about 30 people that you can depend upon that's on the same wavelength, the same frequency that you are on, that allows you to move beyond your current state of circumstances. Because circumstances and conditions are temporary and have no power until you focus on them and give them power. I didn't say ignore. You acknowledge they're there, but then you begin to focus and utilize your Fab Five in each of those categories to support you to find a solution to get up out of there, or to alter it, or to minimize its impact. Remember, it's not about the splash, it's about the ripples. How do you contain it? How do you utilize it? How do you create a space? This is why I do these programs, this mentorship program, because I want everyone to have an opportunity that comes across me to hear something more than giving you a rah, 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 cheer, cheer, cheer. You're great, you're great, you're great. Say this affirmation. Those all are part of that process. Gratitude, having water in your body, getting time outside, doing physical movement, intentional physical movement, being able to read, listen to, and connect with conversations that are reinforcing what it is you desire for you, identifying that you have a value and an ally, and that is you, and that you have a second greatest asset and ally, and that is your time. So how you use those two assets is going to dictate how well of a seat you can have in life and how well your Fab Fives are going to be chosen. If there are 6 life structures, 5 Fab Five, a 5 Fab, a Fab Five for each of those 6 life structures. Absolutely, positively, so it is. We have to move beyond the surface level existence. We talk, I'm in business. We talk, I have a product. We talk, I have a clothing line. We talk, I have a website. We talk. But when I ask you, how does it, what is the dividends that you're receiving? How many of us can say we get dividends? Are you building relationships? Are you making sales? Are you communicating effectively to the targeted market you're choosing to do? This is why this mentor program becomes so essential. Even tonight, in my own mentor program with my mentor, one of them said the comment, the guy said he wanted to take his business from 1.5 to 3.4 million dollars. And they were talking about equity and how do you exit out and how do you give people opportunities to come in and have investments or equity in your business so that it can grow, right? So you protect them and then you give them something to hold on to, and so that the business can grow. And he started talking and he said, you know, what do you pay yourself? The guy said $750,000 a year. And then he says, well, how much equity are you going to give? 5%. Okay, he said, well, don't do 5% of 1 million. Think about the fact that when they come in, it's going to be $3.44 million. That's only $250,000. So you're going to let somebody give up you're going to give somebody's going to give you $250,000 to have 5% of $4 million. Do the math. Blew my mind. Because sometimes we get so excited about the process, we forget about the value. Yeah, we forget about the value. So we have to come back and remember our Fab Five. That's where they come in at. I say if you're in business, and this is what I've learned over the last 15 years. If you're in business, you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need a personal, life coach or therapist. You need a spiritual person. right? And you need a good financial person. Why? Because you want to be able to keep that harmonic balance in your life. Harmony. You need that. You don't have to ever work with me, but take what I'm giving you and use it. I'm not for everyone. And I don't accept everyone that applies to my programs. I don't. If I talked bit.ly/chat with me, just like it says on the screen, if you go there and we talk and we're not a good fit, I'm going to say, you know what? Here's it. You're going to get the same information. I'm going to help you solve a solution or give you some resources that you need. And at the end, I'm either going to say, I don't think we're a good fit, or let me refer you to someone else that I think would be a better fit for you, that could give you more. Because that's integrity. It's not about the money. It's about their really, because the ripple effect. Because if I take that money, the ripple effect of that is that I'm going to have struggle, struggle, struggle. They're going to be struggling. They're not going to trust me. They're not going to. No, you want harmony, harmony, harmony. Oh my goodness, our time is almost gone, right? We're really over our 20-minute time tonight for our mentor session. Again, I want to invite everyone to, even if you're not sure what you want to do, I'm going to invite you to book a time. It's free. It's nothing. It's no cost. It's only going to take you 20 minutes. Trust me, it's going to take you 20 minutes. We're going to talk about where you are right now, what some goals you have, how we can help you reach them. And people make goals seem like they're this great, hard line thing. Oh, I got a goal to make $1 million. Okay, well, you got your target. Now, how do you get there? What do you have? What does it look like? Who do you need? See, we're back to that 5-5 again, that Fab 5 again. How does it work? How does it feel? What is going to happen? Too often, we're just talking. No, we're into action, intentional action, guided and rooted in who we are and what we know we desire for ourselves and for those we care about. Absolutely, positively, so it is. I tell everybody when you get your tax, I tell people that are in my money plan. I have a book called The Money Plan, and it talks about how I revamped my money, my credit, all that stuff. Right? I just listened. Again, I had a Fab 5 in my financial stuff, and they came and they would tell me stuff. I didn't listen to people telling me to, you know, hey, I can get the deleted. And no, I wanted to know, okay, you get it deleted, and then what? So I went to people who were wealthy and I said, what do you do for credit? How do you get credit? How do you set up financial banks? And how do I avoid? Remember, I said you want to lessen our taxes. How do I limit the amount of taxes I'm being charged on my income and revenue? And then they started talking to me and they started sharing with me. And some things I paid for and some things I didn't. Sometimes it meant me joining a group, or maybe it took me to, buy their book or sit around there and watch their lives or have lunch with them. But whatever it took, I did it. And you should be willing to do that too, because you're just as important as me. You are a great asset in this world. And there is no reason for us to continue to be struggling. Somebody say, well, if everybody's making it, if everybody's got a business and everybody's got money, what is the world going to be like? A beautiful place? A wonderful place, a harmonic existence where everyone is minimized in lack. They're focused on their desires, their purpose, their impact, their input. They're guiding you into a new space versus distracting you, minimizing you, giving you mediocrity and telling you that it's mastery. We are striving for mastery of ourselves, mastery of our health, mastery of our mind and emotion, mastery of our finances, mastery of our career, our education and our skills, mastery of our relationships, mastery of our spirituality, whatever that is for you. Absolutely, positively, so it is. So I want to thank you all for joining me here on tonight. I am again Dr. Marrian, Sister Efua. I am so excited that you are here on today. I want to invite you again to come back. We're back every Tuesday. If you want to be part of the actual intricate detail part where we're going to be walking you through, you can join the mentorship program by setting up a time to talk to me right here at this, right down below, right? Go to bit.ly/chat with me. That's capital WME at the end, so you'll know. But I want to thank you for being here on today. Those of you that are here on today, please take the opportunity to do that. It's gonna save you. I'm telling you, it's going to save you. I don't just work with I work with coaches. I work with people who are mentors. I work with people who have large scale businesses because I don't like to waste my time because I know it's an asset. So like today, I said 30 minutes. It said 25. I got to wrap up and I got to get redirected and re-guided back into the core of us focusing on our Fab Five in every area of our life structures, dominating and experiencing that, being willing to fight for that reality. Anything else is not your reality. Anything that distracts you from the very thing you say you want is a distraction. Not because it's a bad thing, not because it's a good thing, but because it is part of your innate encoding. You're desiring to have more because your soul knows there is more. And so, because your soul knows it's more, it's going to keep prompting your conscious mind to look for things that support that more that they know that it knows is in existence. And then you're going to hear things from your childhood. You're going to hear things from your teens. You're going to hear things from your relationships. You're going to hear things from your friends. And you're going to have to decide, is it true? And is it in alignment where I want to be? So I hope you will join us in the mentorship program. We also offer a one-to-one mentorship program that you can also do that. I will talk to you about that when you set up your 20-minute consultation with me, where we can really get clear on what do you need to be supported in. Not helped, but supported. Because you have everything you need to do. You just need a little support to get it all together. I'm not a magic pill, but I do magic sometimes. All right, my grandbaby came in, she stubbed her toe and she said to me, she said, Mimo, I need your magic. And that meant she wanted me to kiss her toe where she had an owie. So, with that being said, I want to thank you again for being here. This has been our Mentors Mastery through Mentor program, our open forum conversation. We're moving into the third quarter. We're wrapping up. We're having conversations as it relates to you building up you, being in the business of building you, building your business, building your finances, building your spirituality, right? Whatever that is for you, we have some tools that can support you in mastering that. So go ahead and click that link, and I'll talk to y'all again soon. Good night.